Guys, how are we doing? And welcome back. This is Dana White Contender Series Week 1 predictions and bets. Guys, this is one of the best times of the year, the first week or second week of August, when the Contender Series does start back up because there's fights on Saturdays and there's fights on Tuesdays. And in about a month, right around the corner, we are getting the NFL season coming back into full swing. This is, the best time of the year, in my opinion. Right when that August, September, October months hit, it's just awesome. But we're going to be breaking down this card, guys, giving you some nice bets, predictions, and who we think wins. First fight of the Contender Series, we have Christopher Ewart against Yuri Panfarov. Yuri Panfarov, I'll talk about him first. His notable loss is to Torres Finney, just the wrestler of Torres Finney. He actually looked pretty good in there against Yuri Panfarov, which does concern me in this matchup. Torres Finney was landing on him, which is not impressive at all because Torres Finney's striking is absolutely terrible. So if you're landing on Yuri Panfarov and you're Torres Finney, I don't even know what kind of striking defense Yuri Panfarov has if Torres Finney's landing on you. So that is a concern if you are picking Yuri Panfarov. Yuri Panfarov is the better grappler in this matchup. He's better takedowns. He has better submissions. But the problem is Christopher Ewart's boxing is very, very good. Christopher Ewart has a very, very good chin. And Christopher Ewart can push the pace and go forward and land big shots. If you're getting hit by Torres Finney, you're going to get fucking sparked by Christopher Ewart. Give me Christopher Ewart in this matchup by KO or decision. Next on the card, we have Radley De Silva. This is the champion of BFA. That is the Canadian organization. It's a nice organization as well. And he is fighting the prospect out of Australia, George Mangos. Guys, George Mangos is a very, very good prospect coming out of Australia at the 145 division. He's also a champion in the Australian what was I looking for? Organization, in the Australian Fighting Organization. He's a very good fighter. He's very complete as well, George Mangos. I'll break him down first. George Mangos, he has great wrestling, great control. He transitions very well from back to front, from in full mount. He plays position over submission, but if you give something up, he will take it. George Mangos' striking is pretty decent as well. At just 21 years of age, George Mangos is a problem, guys. He's an absolute problem in this 145 division, but he is fighting a monster in Radley De Silva from Canada, my Canadian brother. Radley De Silva, some of the most crazy spinning techniques you'll ever lay your eyes on. This guy is all action, no breaks. He's all fun. Radley De Silva has some of the most crazy striking you will watch. He throws so many spinning attacks in his matchups. He's so fun to watch. But where he does excel is his wrestling. Radley De Silva is one of the most well-rounded fighters on this card, guys. He has great striking and he has great wrestling. And I think that's going to be enough to beat a guy like George Mangos. George Mangos, like I said, 21 years old. Radley De Silva, a bit more mature. They do have similar fights, but Radley De Silva, I think he's seen more and he can do more. I will take Radley De Silva as an underdog in this matchup. Next fight, we have Murtaza Talha against Bagdasar Surzakayev. I will break down Murtaza Talha first. We saw him on the Contender Series against Rodolfo Bellato. He looked terrible, guys. Murtaza Talha has great wrestling, but he has absolutely no striking from Bahrain. His wrestling is good, but if he cannot get you out of there in the first round, maybe if he gets to the second, he will die in that third round. Like I said, his striking is not good at all. If you're getting KO'd by Rodolfo Bellato, what are you doing? We've seen he's not a great fighter in the UFC. I know he's been fighting pretty decent people, but Murtaza Talha gasses, and if he cannot get the fight to the ground, he will lose. Bagdasar Surzakayev fights with Hamzat Chimaev. He trains with Hamzat Chimaev. He is from Chechnya, just like Chimaev, and he is a really, really good fighter, guys. This is someone you need to keep your eye on in the future in the 185 division. Bagdasar Surzakayev has great striking. He's very technical in his striking. Great dexterity of strikes from kicks to leg kicks, from punches and bunches to just one-shot snipes. Surzakayev has fantastic scrambling skills and he has good cardio as well. Murtaza Talha is going to be outmatched here because his only path to victory is wrestling. And Bagdasar Sartakayev, like I said, he trains with Hamzat Chimaev. He has great get-up games, great takedown defense, and I don't think Murtaza Talha is going to be there at all. If anything, it's in the first round when he's fresh. If it gets to the second round, Bagdasar Sartakayev will take over and he will win this fight, in my opinion, by KO. Next fight, we have Jimmy Drago against Ty Miller. Jimmy Drago is more of a well-rounded fighter, but both these fighters are all gas, no brakes. Jimmy Drago has big power in his hands. He can mix it up with the wrestling. He comes from a pretty harsh, upbringing. He said he's addicted to drugs and all this, so I kind of fuck with him. I like the story of Jimmy Drago. I am cheering for him in this matchup, to be honest. I think he's the more well-rounded fighter, but Ty Miller is a sniper on the feet. He's also longer than Jimmy Drago. Ty Miller will just wait and pull. He'll have a pull left hand. He'll make you come in and he'll whip around a left hook and he will try and KO you. His straight shots are very, very good as well. Ty Miller is a complete fighter on the feet, but he does lack a little bit of ground game. But the problem is, can you get it there? Because he is so big for this 170 division class. Jimmy Drago, I think as the fight progresses, Jimmy Drago is going to get better. I think he has the better gas tank, but I just don't know if he gets to a point where the fight does progress. I think Ty Miller will hurt Jimmy Drago on the feet with his straight shots, with his counters, and I just got to go Ty Miller here, and he's going to be my pick in this matchup. The main fight of the card, it is Ilian Buafia against Nemesis Santana. I'll break down Nemesis Santana first. Nemesis Santana is a very, very good fighter. He is all gas, no brakes. This guy kind of reminds me of Claudio Ribeiro. He's just very, very powerful and strong and fast and clean. Clean. What is clean? Do not know. But Nemesis Santana, he throws with 100% power in all of his shots, but that leaves him susceptible to gassing. Nemesis Santana, has some crazy, crazy KO wins. I like him a lot. I think he's a very entertaining fighter, but he's not a smart fighter, if that makes sense. Ilian Buafia is very, very technical. He doesn't throw a lot, so his output does go down. But Ilian Buafia is extremely technical. Kind of reminds me of an Alex Pereira. He waits and he loves to counter and he loves to just switch up his weapons. Ilian Buafia is a monstrous 6'5" at this division class. I think he is the better fighter here. I don't think Nemesis Santana is just going to try and grapple this guy because guess what? It is the Contender Series and you're trying to get a finish to win a contract. Nemesis Santana knows if he just ragdolls him and wrestles him like a boring guy, he's not going to get a contract. He is going to be there to strike, and Ilian Buafia is the better striker out of the two. He is going to pick him apart. I think he does KO him in the second or third round. That is my pick. Give me Ilian Buafia. Just to recap, we have Christopher Ewert to beat Yuri Panfarov. We have the underdog in Radley De Silva. We have Bagdasar Sursakayev against Murtaza Talha. And we have Ty Miller against Jimmy Drago, even though I will be rooting for Jimmy Drago in the matchup. And we got Ilian Buafia against Nemesis Santana. Guys, the parlay I think I'm going to play is Ilian Buafia as the line keeps dropping. We're going to play him. I think he's minus 180 right now. I think it's great value odds. This is a prospect coming out of France. And we're going to pair him up with Bagdasar Sursakayev. Those are my two guys that I'm going to go with. And I like that parlay a lot. And I'll see you on the flip side, guys. I'll post another video breaking down the UFC 319 in a couple of days. I'm so excited for that fight card, and you should be too. And I'll see you guys later. Peace.